Hello everyone. Today's video is very important as we are going to discuss about the impact of this new H1B visa rule onto the Indian IT sector. So as we know, all the people who are working into the US onto the H1B visa, when they are going for the renewal or when they are when they are traveling from outside to the US, they have to pay this 1000k dollar. So this is massive amount. There are average salary of this, so this additional fee is very massive. It is more than the average pay which most of the people get, and no company is going to pay such a huge amount as a fee. And eventually these people have to relocate to their original country, and for short term the US companies will allow as a remote job for them, or they can report to the nearest technical center. But this is just the short term solution, let's say the 6 months to 1 year. But the long term effect of this all decision is that it is going to impact the Indian IT sector, because this decision is taken to boost the employment of the US. And I was just surfing onto the Twitter and to the LinkedIn, and people are saying that with the decision, it's clear that the people has to return to the India, but all the jobs will get shifted to the India. But as I mentioned, this will be very for the short term, but in long run, Trump also knows that this job will get immediately shifted to the remote, but he want to bring that keep this job into the US only. So what they will do, they can impose any additional service tax to those companies who are offloading this job to the, let's say, the India or other countries. Somewhere I read that they are in planning to impose a 30% tax onto the services which are offered from the outside for the US. So it means that if this 30% is gets approved, so it means Indian talent is 30% costlier from the current one, the current whatever is the. So if this bill gets approved of applying the 30% extra tax, so it means that the Indian talent will be 30% costlier. And as we know, this is just like the tariff. They can increase this amount as per their requirement. Today's 30%, they can go to the 50%, 80%, or the 100%. So if this amount, if this tax goes on increasing, then the Indian talent is going to be costly. Then there is no point of offloading this job to the IT. If if such thing happen, let's say if the service tax increases so much, then it's clear that there is no any advantage to the US companies of. If this tax bill gets approved, and let's say for now they are starting with the 30%, and as I mentioned, they can easily go to the 50%, 60%, 80%, 100%. We don't know, because it is the Mr. Donald Trump. They can do anything. What I'm thinking is that Indian IT sector is in big trouble for now. Those companies, or those people who are working for the US companies or the US alias companies like the UK, Australia, so all are into the big trouble. This is clear. So what should we do? So I have 7 points on which we should work. So first point is that be prepared. This is going to happen. This is for sure, because US economy is in big trouble. So as we know, they have around more than $38 trillion as a debt, and they are trying to recover this debt by applying the tariff. US want to get rid of this debt, and they are trying different kinds of thing to tackle with this debt. Like they implemented the Doge department with the Elon Musk. They added different kinds of tariffs. Now they have added this H1B rule. So by doing this all the stuff, they are just trying to earn a lot of money, and they want to pay their debt. This is one thing I would say. Second is that as IT people, we should look for the non-US LAS countries. Like we should target the Arabian countries or the other Asian countries, like we have the Japan. So there are a lot of other countries and they have a lot of openings. So we should target that one. Next thing is that we should have the strong saving. I would suggest that we should have at least 1 year of the saving ready to face any worst condition. Next is that we should diversify our income. So this is, let's say, if we switch to the company for, let's say, the non-US, but then also it will be dependent on to the IT sector only, and IT sector is going to the through the slowdown. So I would suggest that we should look for an alternative income source. The next thing is that don't fall into the debt trap. Don't project your current income, let's say the 5 years, 10 years. We don't know the what will be the future of the IT sector, in especially into the India. The motive of creating this video was not to create or the panic or anything, but I just wanted to convey my message, my thought process, how we should be prepared. The point I created this video is to just create the awareness about the potential issues we may face, and we should be prepared for to tackle these issues. And once again, I'm not the financial expert, not the immigration consultant or the expert. I'm just the guy like you who is working into the IT sector and worried about my future. And that's why I'm analyzing the situations currently, what is happening into the world. And this is my personal take. And thank you everyone for watching this video. We will see you into the next one.